Kicker Brian Johnson out there to get us started.
And off we go from Nashville. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 31,
Tua. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Tua on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
1st and 10 now. Willis and the Titans
at their own 20-yard line.
Cougar 19.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Willis.
Henry's got it out on the left side.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now Willis on 4th down. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
The Titans had 1-14 now on the year. And whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense, something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. After the penalty, it's Henry. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. They'll run Was he close? Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
They'll run with Mostert.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Raheem Mostert with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Willis now off of play action.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Cup 19. Cowboy 80.
They'll run it again with Henry. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Get it.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And some Derrick Henry all alone. Titans. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And after all that, they're going to start out with unbelievable field position on the return. Following the botched PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
On the out route, he's got Mostert. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Ready?
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
88 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Here's Tua.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
Touchdown! Raheem Mostert with career touchdown number 70.
And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. He's got a man complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On the counter, it's Henry. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Bridgewater.
Check down, complete to Haskins.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Henry out of the pistol. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll set up a throw, airing it out deep for Woods. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
112 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll look to throw. It's caught by Hooper. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Tua going to throw. His throw incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Here's Bridgewater. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Bridgewater's pass. A gain of 5. 4th down.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. They'll get this down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
2 and now on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2 yards left on second down from the 9. Running the counter with Mostert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to pass. Tua toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Bridgewater.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because You and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part. And then, of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one didn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Miami,
they moved to 9-7 on the year with one game remaining.
For me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rockabye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick brick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to let me. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. And you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on boards, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. hard time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just want to see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we can get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. From the gun, it's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Brady on third down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Brady. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Shotgun now for Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. On first and 10, here's Brady. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 15. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. Room here to run. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35.
A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
First down, and they go back to Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Connor Hayward.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Brady now on first down.
Look at Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Fournette, a first down carry. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Here's Brady. Touchdown! Mike Evans. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And some room to work.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool from 21 yards away. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, trying to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get
momentum going again.
Now Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Pickett sets up play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Pickett now from the gun here. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To the air on first down with Pickett. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin from 10 yards out. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Looking to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Harris running straight ahead.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On second down, this is Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 8th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now up to 14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 2nd and 10, Brady airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. Brady going to go on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, touchdown!
Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. They're going to look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, it was truthful. How many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet? Oh, I've got the exact play to dial up.
No, that's just a head-scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. Now on fourth down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make them
pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out.